All right, so in this video, I'm going to be going over illumination concerns when you're stepping off your apex or your corner, your edge, whatever you want to call it. I'm going to be demonstrating this with white light, of course. However, the effect is similar with an IR device, an IR Illuminator in particular. Obviously, you're not going to get the backlighting effect from an IR device unless the op-board's running night vision too. However, you're still going to be getting some of that backsplashing effect when you're stepped off, and it's going to reduce your visibility when using the illuminator. It's going to be similar as if you were using a white light. Now, whether it's a white light or an IR illuminator, that illumination goes out in a cone type pattern. So obviously it's tighter towards the head and it widens out with more distance. So if I am up close, much more of that illumination is going to be going downrange, so to speak, and less of it is going to be making contact with the apex slash wall and reflecting back to me. So not only do I get more illumination into the angles I'm looking to see into, but I'm going to be getting less backlighting as well. So it's going to have more of a blinding effect if there is somebody in those angles. But if I am more stepped off, again, because of that cone pattern, much more of that light is going to be hitting the apex and the wall. And not only does that mean that there's less light going into the angles that I want to look into, but I'm also, because of that light, it's going to create a bigger backlighting effect. So I'm going to get more reflection off of that wall, and it's going to be lighting me up. So it's going to be, my own light is going to make it easier for them to see me because more of it is reflecting off the apex and the wall back at me, and you're going to see that. So I'm going to go ahead and put the camera up in a certain angle, turn off the lights, and then I will be demonstrating the illumination effect both with a closer orientation to the apex and then obviously out further, and you can see the illumination difference and the backlighting effect and the blinding effect and all of that. So let's go ahead and do that. So the camera is in the same position as it was when the room was dark. So as you can tell, when I was way up close, or when I was closer to the apex here, it was a significantly different effect with the white light, because the white light, the overwhelming majority of it, got past the apex here and was able to push to what, in terms of like the person's or the threat's perspective. Much more of that light reached you, and very little of that light was hitting the apex and reflecting back to me and more or less backlighting me. As opposed to when I was back here, a significant portion of that light, maybe 40% of it or so, was hitting on the apex and therefore reflecting back to me. And although it was still very, very bright and it was still rather blinding, you could certainly see a lot more of me and see me better than when I was here. So these are some illumination concerns to take into account when using some sort of illumination device, whether that's white light or IR, when you're stepped off and slicing at a distance. I'm obviously not saying in this video, if you're using illumination devices, that you should not step off. I am not saying that at all, of course, but it is something to consider. I hope you found this video helpful and informative. If you did, please like and subscribe. I'm Tyler Austin from Gungnir Strategic. Thank you so much for watching.